Hey guys, good morning. It's Sunday. Just want to talk a little bit about my driveway. Um, Went through a little bit of a learning process up here. Where I'm from in Jersey, we got plenty of different sands and gravels and pits and beach, uh, pea-sized gravel, all sorts of driveway materials. And this is what I've come across up here that everybody's using. We live in a mountainous region where when they do excavating, I guess they get a lot of stones and rocks and ledge that they blast through. And this is also called shale or slate. The slate, I guess they break up as they're excavating it. And then they run through, different size screening. And this is a 6-inch minus material, which, can be anything from little dust particles up to like 8, 9-inch, 10-inch. I've even seen some 12-inch thin pieces, I guess, to get through the screen, and which is fine for me. I mean, I had put down 2-inch minus, which is just from 2 down to nothing, and we had a little small issue where it washed out because I have a pretty steep grade here. It's up higher where I'm at, and it goes down towards the road. It doesn't belly, but it definitely does go down on a pretty steep angle. And across the street, the guy had the 1-inch minus. So, and it looks really nice, like when it's finished and graded, beautiful. But with this elevation that I have and the rainwater that was coming off the house, I had a trench that went right down the middle. And it must have been about, I don't know, 6, 8 inches deep, about 1.5 feet wide, just from a big rainstorm. And that was one storm. So I realized pretty quickly that I better get something better that will hold and also let it, flow through it without moving it as much. I could be wrong. Maybe I haven't got the same downpour like I did those times, but we've had a lot of rain up here. Steady rain, soaking rain, mud season, everything. I've been up and down this in the winter, and this road is actually still here. So, I'm impressed with the 6-inch minus material versus like a DGA, back home that I would have maybe used for a sub base for a driveway. I grew up in a house where they had 3/8 gravel, 3/4 gravel, just stone. And that was obviously never packing. You could make ruts through it and it would always be perpetually moving around, or like the beach gravel that I had, 3/8 gravel, I think it was. But this stuff holds flat. It grades good. It holds flat nice. I've been up and down this a couple hundred times, I'm sure, with different trucks and the plow and the quads and anything that I'm doing. And we've had a lot of different weather on it. So I'm just giving you my advice from what I saw. That first layer of 1 to 2-inch minus, it wasn't compacted with a roller. It was just graded, and we were wanting it to settle, and it got a big rainstorm before it got a chance to settle. So that might have been one mistake that, maybe it would have held together better through the rainstorm. I don't know. But I'm sure it would have moved around in the mud season during the thaw and everything. One of the tips that I have just on the, side of my head here, just thinking about it, weed burners. The weed burner works really good, or for the asphalt torches that they use on the streets. I use that from Harbor Freight, and I come along the edge here and I just blast these weeds out. Pretty much does pretty good work of it. So a lot of guys are like, oh, you got to worry about the weeds, man, coming through the rocks. Yeah, you do, but if you keep up on it a couple times a year, you just walk down the driveway with the burner, work the edge. I'm not a very particular person. Like, I don't need this to be a completely cut, trimmed out edge. I just go with whatever the natural grass is doing, but you can see I need to come back and do it. So maybe I'll do a before and after and just show you how the weed burner works. I mean, you could bend down and pull them over, pull them out, It's not that thick of stuff. Shake them out. Toss them. You guys know how to pick weeds. You don't need to see that. But that's what I would recommend up here. The road is probably a 1 to 2-inch minus, but they also put salt all year round. You could sodium chloride to your road, and it'll hold the dust down and hold, I guess, the moisture in. so it doesn't get dusty. I don't think that does anything for keeping it stable for the rain, but it keeps the dust down, which I thought was like kind of insane for the cars. Being a car guy, more salt, more corrosion, I guess. Let me know what you think. Have you had any questions? That's pretty much the gist of this little video here. Just trying to get back into the swing of making some content for you guys. I think that this will help people understand that when you move to a different region, you're going to have different materials that you're not familiar with, and it's up to you to get to know people, and basically you're at their their disposal, but for giving the information to you so you can learn, and pay them back with, I guess, kind words or anything that you could do to help them, because nobody had to share this stuff with me. I could have been out there on my own trying to figure it out and working the hardware, trying to get materials shipped up from miles away that I'm familiar with, instead of talking to the locals and just being respectful and appreciative of what they offer, instead of coming up here and trying to blab like a lot of people do. Thanks, guys. Let me know what you think.